that day. Ishtar, Isis, Aphrodite, hear me, for I am your daughter Leela. Intercede for me with the Great One and ask that he whom I desire be brought swiftly to me. O Lucifer, my father, hear me.
Okay, but what's so groovy about being good? I mean, who wants to be called sweet little Loie? And why be square on purpose? Miss all the fun? That's dull. Leela says it's all hypocrisy anyway, and that no one's really good, they just pretend to be. And they live on tranquilizers and booze to keep from blowing their minds. Leela says it'd be a real swinging world if people would just do unto others and forget the rest of it.
You sound like you're seeing a great deal of Leela.
Yeah. She's out there now in your outer room waiting for me.
She is? You like her a lot, don't you?
Oh, yeah, she's great. She's got this beautiful body laugh, you know, just breaks me up. I mean, you're just not the same after you know Leela. She doesn't pretend a lot of stuff, you know, like, oh, Loie, you mustn't say that and you mustn't do that.
Well, that's really what everybody says and everybody does.
Yeah.
What about your dreams, Loie?
Nothing.
Still having them?
No. Those are really groovy pills you gave me. I sleep great.
Honest?
Yeah, honest.
All right. We could have another session tomorrow.
Okay. That all?
No, it is not all. Now we'll say hello to Leela.
She really digs you.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Hello, David. I hope you have some time today. I want to show you something.
I'll have a moment this afternoon at 2 o'clock.
That's lovely. I'll pick you up.
What are we going to see?
We might call it a resurrection. See you at 2. Bye.
The cemetery?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm fascinated, but why?
Well, you remember the young hippie you asked about, the one with the long hair and the beard?
Yes.
Well, I've located him, and you were right. He's in a grave. His name turns out to be Chris. Go see. Hi.
Hey, baby, what's happening?
How are you doing?
Great.
Oh, Chris, this is Dr. Sorrell.
Hi.
Hello?
He was a friend of Aline's.
Oh, yeah? She was really beautiful, man. I sure dug her. Guess everybody did. Sure sorry when I heard she overdosed.
We haven't seen you for a while. We thought you'd vanished.
It's beautiful out here. Get to be by myself, with nature. There are always lots of flowers. Can even be stoned if I want, and nobody bugs me. I guess I kind of dig graves.
No comment?
I don't think I have one. And there he was, alive and well, and at the bottom of the grave, which somehow destroys our theory.
Of course. Now let me tell you what I've discovered. There is a cult called Capricorn, whose symbol is a goat figure, which is the representation of Satan, of course. Edward Bolander is the administrator, organizer. It's an exclusive organization, hard to find, difficult to join, pretty expensive when you do. They hold their gatherings at different wealthy homes, rotating as usually they're somewhat morally relaxed, so to speak.
So to speak.
They celebrate a ritual black mass, apparently only in the spirit of good, unclean fun. Usually nothing happens, just frighten themselves. Pretty harmless. Now, your friend, Leela Barton, attends from time to time, but isn't known as a principal.
I would have thought she was the very soul of it all. She's quite mystifying. Sometimes I think I've set a little snare, and she appears to walk right into it. And then, right out again.
You certainly are not confusing witchcraft with bewitchment. I'm not so old that I can't remember how it feels to be enchanted. It still happens, I merely do less about it. David, I think we're supposed only to glance, not stare.
Harry, when all men wear tuxedos, they look somewhat alike. Do you agree?
How did we arrive at this revelation?
But we are used to seeing men in tuxedos, and therefore we can discern the differences between them.
It seems you're trying to tell me something. I certainly hope so.
And yet, young men with long hair and beards resemble each other too. But since we're not so used to seeing them, we don't see the differences between them, if you see what I'm driving at.
Oh, I do. A very clear, astute piece of logic. And probably dead on the mark.
Now, Harry, I have an absurd question for you, but I must ask it.
Carry on.
Do you think it's possible for someone to gain power over another by using a photograph? In the same way that wax images are used, a kind of voodoo.